a crypt. Goblin prep, the night is swift. In the shadow, under moonlit light. Talisman.
Welcome as I show off to you my newest Talisman custom expansion, Horde of the Goblin King. Now, as usual, keep in mind that these cards are made with my own personal house rules in mind, and they can of course be easily modified for your own house rules. Okay, first let's go ahead and take a look at the new adventure cards. Now this one actually has quite a few, and do keep in mind that some of these cards are actually based on some inside jokes between me and some people, but that doesn't matter. If you don't get the inside joke, it doesn't change how fun the game actually is. Alright, so let's see. Our first new card is a Goblin Fighter, Strength 2. You are attacked by a lone Goblin Fighter looking for his horde. Alright, we got one of those in there. We actually have more than one of those. I don't know. That one got loose from its... That one got loose. They're all over here. So yeah, we got 4 of those Goblin Fighters. We got a Goblin Caster, Craft 2. Goblin Caster is sending fireballs in your direction and must be defeated. We got 4 of those in there. We've got the Hulking Goblin, Strength 8. You are attacked by a huge hulking goblin. You may escape by sacrificing a female follower if you choose. Oh, dang, that is messed up right there. 2 of those in the deck. And let's see what we got next. We've got the Giant Grublin. We got 2 of those in the deck. Strength 10. A Giant Grublin is wreaking havoc in this area. Shields, helmets, and armor are ineffective against it. You know, that's going to be tough. We've got 2 new cards here that are Goblin Hordes. This is a Strength 9. You are attacked by a horde of goblins. Drop all of your gold and flee, or try and defeat them. If you have no gold, you cannot escape. Dang. We got 2 of these cards. This is an event. You come upon a goblin camp. Roll 1 die, 1 through 3, remain unnoticed. 4, ambushed by 5 goblins with a strength of 3. 5, find 1 gold as you sneak by. 6, the goblins flee and you find 3 gold. Then place the card in the discard pile. 2 of those in there. Then we have a new follower, the Goblin Stalker. A Goblin Stalker has become your follower. Place all your gold on this card. Any gold you collect will be placed on this card. You may have your gold back when discarding the Goblin Stalker in the caverns. So you gotta get to the caverns. You gotta land on the caverns to get rid of that lady. She's a gold hoarder. That's no good. And then we got another new follower, the Goblin Trader. This goblin has deserted his horde to side with you. Add 1 to your strength when fighting goblins. You may steal 1 gold from any player if you land on their space. So that little goblin guy will steal you some gold. And just because I couldn't resist from the anime, we have another follower, the Goblin Slayer. A Goblin Slayer becomes your follower. He will only assist in fights against goblins. Before combat begins, roll a die. If you roll a 6, the goblin is automatically defeated. So that's all he can do. But, you know, that could come in handy, you never know. A little good luck on your side. Then we've got 3 of these in the deck. The Nasty Nooch. This is an event card. The Nasty Nooch has come for you. You must give it all your gold. It throws it all in the cursed glade while laughing at you. It flees to the discard pile. So that could happen 3 times throughout the game. And then that's not the end of it, because the next card we have in the deck is 3 of these. Nooch Season. This is an event. The Nasty Nooch has come for you all. Every player must give the Nasty Nooch 1 object, all gold or 1 life. He then throws it all in the cursed glade, laughing at you all. He escapes to the discard pile. So yeah, this guy's, the Nasty Nooch is really causing an issue. Another new card. This is a Stranger card. Roll 1 die. Number 1, wake up as a toad after being seduced. This is the Goblin Seductress, by the way. Number 2, roll a 2, you are seduced and wake up with no gold. Roll a 3 to 5, you're safe. Roll a 6, she enjoys your company so much she gives you 1 gold. She remains in this space, so this is once it's down unless something happens to clear the card from the space. Then we got a new object card. This is the Nooch Knife. Add 3 to your strength in combat against goblins only. So this would be a good item to have in this game if you're fighting a lot of goblins. And then onto some cards that are a part of this expansion that aren't necessarily related to goblins, just some new things for the game. We've got 3 of these guys in the mix. This is the Moochie Bear. Strength of 3. If it defeats you, it will take 1 life and 1 gold. If you have no gold, it will become your follower until you do have gold. It will then take the gold and make its home in the forest. So yeah, these guys could be kind of annoying, and look how ridiculous they look. You want to stay away from those Moochie Bears, trust me. Oh, there's another one, shoot. Then we got there's only 1 of these. You may encounter the Rumpus. Strength of 5. You are attacked by the Rumpus. You may not use weapons against the Rumpus, else it will absorb them into its hairy body. So, yeah, you don't want to run into that guy, maybe. Especially if you're a weakling. And then we got another card here. Jubjubins. This is a craft 4 spirit. A named ghost attacks you. If you roll a 1 during combat, the battle automatically ends and Jubjubins remains. You gotta watch out for that guy. Then we've got a stranger, Spaghetto. The Lord of Pasta, Spaghetto, has arrived. It will give any player on this space that can roll a 6 an extra life. He will remain on this space. Well, dang, though. Spaghetto seems like a nice guy, doesn't he? But that's not all. We have 4 evil Spaghettolings. Craft 5. One of Spaghetto's minions has been corrupted and must be put down. So there's 4 of those in the mix. You gotta watch out for those disgusting evil Spaghettolings. And then another new enemy in the mix, the Hog Boy. Now, if you are watching this video and you have come to my channel from as a viewer of Cringe Pony TV, then you get the inside joke here. But we've got the Hog Boy card. This is an outlaw, strength 1. A disgusting hog boy attacks you and tries to steal your food. He must be dealt with. Look at that son of a gun right there. Only strength of 1, so it shouldn't give you too much trouble if you run into one of those. And then the last new adventure card in this deck is a new follower, Ratface Shelly. Ratface Shelly is a master thief. While she is your follower, she can steal any object of a player you land on for the cheap price of 1 gold, of course. So you do have to pay her to steal, but she can steal for you. So that is pretty good. Now let's go ahead and take a look at... Ooh, where did I put that thing? 1 second. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ending card. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ending card here. This is the ending card. It actually is the Nasty Nooch. It turns out the Nasty Nooch is in fact the king of the goblins and has stolen the crown of command. The Nasty Nooch instantly steals all of your gold and throws it into the cursed glade. Roll 1 die to determine what happens next. If you roll a 1, the Nasty Nooch slaps you back to the plane of peril using his newfound power. If you roll a 2, defeat the Nasty Nooch in physical combat. He has a strength 11 and 4 lives. If you roll a 3, the Nasty Nooch runs circles around you, tiring you out. Try again on your next turn. If you roll a 4, escape from the Nasty Nooch to the chapel, so that sucks. A 5 to 6, the Nasty Nooch rolls for the crown of command, and your turn ends. So the Nasty Nooch is pretty brutal. He can actually technically win the game and kill everyone from people landing on him and rolling 5s and 6s. Now, to beat the Nasty Nooch, you pretty much have to roll a 2. Nasty Nooch's gonna be brutal. Alright, so when you are defeated by the Nasty Nooch, he steals your life for himself. After defeating the Nasty Nooch, you recover the Crown of Command and shift into the Crown of Command ending. So this is a pretty annoyingly brutal character, and I made him this way on purpose because the idea is that if you're the one setting up the game and you're not going by random endings and like you know this is going to be the ending of the card, but nobody else playing does know, it makes it this whole deck is designed to make you hate the Nasty Nooch because you keep encountering him in the decks and he's taking all your stuff and run away and laughing, and now here he is, it turns out, as the boss that you got to fight at the end, and he sucks to deal with, but you might get lucky and beat him fast. You never know in Talisman. That's some of the great stuff about him. And let's not forget, there he is. That's the Nasty Nooch. Here's the miniature I painted up for him. And yeah, there he is, the Nasty Nooch. Check him out. I should have showed him earlier, but there he is. So there's the Nasty Nooch. That's the miniature I made to go with him. I tried to make it as much like the picture as I could. I think it looks pretty decent. This was a harder one to do because there wasn't like a dead set matching miniature I could find. But hey, not too bad. Now let's take a look at the last thing I want to show you. The 2 new character cards you can play as. And the reason I'm showing them after the boss is because, well, there is a reason right now. And I'll show you what it is. One of the new character cards we got going on here is a Goblin. a goblin that you can play as. So, we got a little goblin lady here, and let's check her out. So, with the goblin, you may steal 1 gold from any good or neutral character you encounter. You are safe in the crags or caves. You may automatically collect any goblin enemy card you encounter as a trophy, as they have joined with your horde. The Nasty Nooch gives you 1 gold when you encounter his adventure cards. You may ignore the card's other instructions. If encountering the Nasty Nooch as an enemy, you may not roll. Instead, you must join him by undertaking a quest to defeat all other players. If you complete this quest before another player wins the game, then you are declared the winner. So you have an alternate win path if you are playing as the goblin with a starting strength of 3, a craft of 1, starts in the crags, 3 gold, 2 fate, 3 lives. So goblin, new playable character, and that's not all. We got 1 more new playable character in the mix, the ogre. Check him out. There is a miniature for him to be. Let's go and give a look what we got here. Monsters will not attack you, but you may choose to attack them. You may not choose armor. You are safe in the crags. You can instantly eat animals and followers to regain lives. You may even eat the hag, but you cannot eat the poltergeist as it is a spirit. You may dominate goblins and take them as followers. When a goblin is your follower, it can steal 1 gold per goblin from another character each time one is encountered. If you roll a 1 in combat, you smash your weapon into the ground, causing your enemy to fall to the ground with a stun effect. The battle ends and you escape by moving 1 space forward. So that could be good earlier on, but annoying to have to deal with later on when you could obviously have beaten the enemy. But, you know, that's how it goes. Starts with a strength of 5, craft of 1, starts in the plains, life 4, fate 1, gold 1. I made him be neutral. I know that's weird, but that's what I wanted it to do. And by the way, the goblin's evil. So yeah, the goblin and, the ogre and the goblin. That's our new playable characters for Talisman Horde of the Goblin King. Hope you guys liked this little addition. I've been getting a few comments here and there of people interested in possibly getting these expansions for themselves. So, I don't know, let me know if that's something you're interested down in the comments, and I'll think about how I can do that. Most likely it would be putting up a website that has all this stuff on there you can download, and maybe if you want to go all out like I did and have the exact matching miniatures, I can point you in the right direction for that. So, but whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you guys want to do. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and can't wait to show you guys my next creation.